Hey there, thanks for joining me. Today I'll be sharing my process with you for making these small wooden panels. Firstly, we need to add 2 coats of acrylic gloss medium. I like to use this because it's transparent and it allows the wood grain to show through. If you like, you could just use acrylic gesso for this. It's just important to seal the panels before we paint them so that they don't absorb any moisture. And once the sealing layer dries, you can then go over and paint them however you like with your acrylic paints. I'll just share here how I do it. I'll just go over the backs of them with black spray paint to begin with, because I just like the look of that. I think it makes them look nice and clean. And then I'll flip them over once that spray paint's dry on the back, and then I'll use stencils on the front side. I'll try not to go too heavy with it. I like to let the wood grain show through because I like the look of it. That's why I use these panels in the first place with the wooden veneer on them, because I like the look of the wood grain showing through. I do these in a kind of street arty style. I think it kind of adds to the rawness of it when you can see the material showing through a bit. Like if you've got spray paint on a wall or something like that, it's like the raw material showing through a bit. I quite like the look of that. But you can use other wooden panels, and you could just go over them, like I said before, with gesso or something if you don't want the wood grain showing, as long as you seal them first before painting. And I really like doing these little wooden panels. I find them, when I'm working on bigger pieces that take a long time to dry, I can do these little pieces as a stripped down version of what I normally do. So they've still got aspects of what I normally use in my bigger pieces, so it's got my kind of style, my look to it. But they're just kind of quick and stripped down, so I can do them in between things when I'm waiting around, and I can make a few of these in a day, and then I can price them lower to put on the website. They can fit into a smaller large letter size to post out rather than a parcel, so it's cheaper to post. So I just I like them for that, really. It offers me more options to put on the website, and it allows me to sort of provide things at different price points for people, and I just think it's good all round, really. So that's why I started making these. But they're fun to make as well. It's like just quick and fun, and don't need loads of materials. So once that's sort of dry, I'll go over with these are called acrylic markers, which I really like. It's like a regular marker, but it's got acrylic paint in there. So you can just use them alongside your regular acrylic paints. And on this one I decided to just go over with some white acrylic paint, and then I started using the markers over the top, which just sort of separates the subject from the background, I think. And then for my ones I decided to go just one step further, and I come from a design background, so I designed some little 3D printer stands to go with these, so they flat pack and I can post them out in that large letter size, and it can all fit in the same package, and I can offer these free with them. You don't necessarily have to do that if you don't have 3D printers or anything like that, but you can buy these little printer stands cheap online or locally anyway, so you could probably source something similar to pop them up on, just like this, so you can kind of display them in your home somewhere. Yeah, so I'm quite pleased with how that came out, really. So that's about it. I've popped all the links below to the materials I used in this video. If you've got any questions, just pop them below in the comments, and I'd also love to see if you come up with any creations yourself. Just please share those below, it'd be great to see. Okay guys, that's about it. All that's left to be said is, you and me, we're going to make it. Onwards.